In the heart of Omaha, Nebraska, nestled between the humble neighborhoods and tree-lined avenues, lives a man whose wisdom on wealth and success has shaped the lives of millions, Warren Buffett. While the world recognizes him as one of the greatest investors of all time, few understand the philosophy that shaped his decisions and helped him build a financial empire that still stands tall. Many young people, eager to climb the ladder of success, look to Buffett for insight, and that's exactly what happened to Jason Carter, a 27-year-old entrepreneur from Austin, Texas. Jason wasn't born into wealth. In fact, he grew up in a working-class home where his father was a mechanic and his mother worked 2 jobs to make ends meet. But Jason had ambition burning in his chest, and he dreamed of building something that would last. It was on a cold January morning when Jason came across a video titled Warren Buffett's 10 Golden Rules for Success. He had seen countless motivational videos before, but something about the title gripped him. He poured himself a cup of coffee and hit play. What followed wasn't just a list of cliches or vague motivational fluff. It was a blueprint that would change his life forever. The first rule that caught Jason's attention was about the power of living below your means. Buffett had lived in the same modest house since 1958. Despite being a billionaire, he chose simplicity over extravagance. This resonated deeply with Jason, who had just leased a new sports car to impress clients. That night, he sat down, reviewed his finances, and realized he had been spending money to look successful rather than to become successful. He returned the car the next week and downsized his apartment. It wasn't easy, and many of his friends didn't understand. But Jason wasn't trying to impress anyone anymore. He was chasing real growth. Then came the second rule: invest in yourself. Buffett once said the best investment you can make is in your own abilities. Jason took that to heart. He signed up for online courses in financial management, marketing, and strategic planning. He even hired a business coach. His mornings started with books instead of social media, and his nights were filled with lessons rather than Netflix. Within months, Jason noticed a shift, not just in what he knew, but how he saw the world. The third principle emphasized the importance of patience. Buffett's success didn't come overnight. His fortune was the result of decades of disciplined investing. Jason had always been in a rush, trying to build fast, earn fast, and scale fast. But after studying Buffett's long-term investment approach, he realized that building lasting success required time. Instead of chasing quick wins, Jason restructured his business to focus on sustainable, long-term growth. He stopped pivoting at every market trend and started building a strong foundation. Rule number 4 struck like lightning: surround yourself with people better than you. Buffett believed that if you're around people who are smarter, more ethical, and more driven than you, their influence will lift you up. Jason reflected on his circle. Many of his peers were talented but lacked ambition. Others were more interested in partying than building. He made tough choices, limiting his time with those who pulled him down and seeking out mentors, thinkers, and leaders in his industry. He started attending conferences, joined mastermind groups, and built relationships with people who challenged him. The fifth rule Buffett emphasized was honesty and integrity. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it, Buffett once said. Jason remembered an incident where a vendor made a mistake in billing, undercharging him by thousands of dollars. Jason could have stayed quiet, but he chose to speak up and pay the correct amount. That small act of integrity earned him the vendor's lifelong loyalty and a reputation in the industry for being trustworthy. It wasn't just about doing the right thing, it was about becoming the kind of man success could rely on. The sixth lesson was about knowing your circle of competence. Buffett never invested in businesses he didn't understand. Jason had been guilty of jumping into trends without research. A failed cryptocurrency project had cost him thousands. After learning from Buffett, Jason committed to only making moves in industries he understood deeply. He specialized in e-commerce logistics, a field he had worked in for years. Focusing on his strengths gave him a unique edge and attracted investors who valued his deep knowledge of the niche. Next was Buffett's rule about avoiding unnecessary debt. Buffett has always warned against the dangers of credit reliance. Jason, like many young entrepreneurs, had grown used to using credit cards and loans to fund his ventures. After revisiting his financial habits, he made a vow to reduce debt, operate lean, and grow through revenue. It was tough, especially when cash flow dipped, but it taught him discipline. His company became more efficient and profit margins grew. The eighth principle highlighted emotional control. Buffett believed that a key to success was staying rational in a world full of emotional decision-making. Jason used to panic when things went wrong, when sales dropped or a campaign failed. But adopting Buffett's calm, analytical mindset helped him see obstacles differently. He began viewing challenges as puzzles to solve, not disasters to flee from. This shift in thinking turned him into a more resilient leader. Rule 9 was about giving back. Buffett pledged to give away the vast majority of his wealth. Though Jason wasn't a billionaire, he understood the importance of generosity. He started a small scholarship fund in his hometown and mentored young entrepreneurs. This not only fulfilled him personally but also connected him with a network of purpose-driven leaders who believed in using business as a force for good. And finally, Rule 10, love what you do. Buffett once said he tap dances to work every day. Jason reflected on this. He had chased money, validation, and recognition, but rarely passion. He took a step back and asked himself what truly excited him. He realized it wasn't just making money, it was helping businesses grow through smart logistics and strategy. He rebranded his company, focusing entirely on that mission, and every morning started to feel a little like Buffett's, filled with purpose, excitement, and gratitude. Over the next 3 years, Jason's business grew from a small regional service to a national logistics firm working with hundreds of clients. He didn't become a billionaire, but he became something far more important, a man who built his life on principles, not pressure. At a business summit in New York, Jason was invited to speak. He walked onto the stage, looked out at the sea of young faces eager for wisdom, and began with a story. He told them about that morning in January, the coffee, the video, and the 10 golden rules that guided him ever since. He didn't list them like a lecture. He told them like a journey. And as he closed, he said, "Warren Buffett didn't just teach me how to succeed. He taught me how to live with discipline, with heart, and with vision. The blueprint is out there. It's up to you to follow it." Somewhere in Omaha, an old man sat in his modest home, reading the newspaper and sipping a Diet Coke. He didn't know Jason Carter. He didn't have to. Because he already knew, true success isn't about wealth. It's about principles, impact, and legacy. And that legacy lives on in every person wise.